Well, here we are pressing forward on this. I've got this all hammered out pretty good. I'm gonna cut this bad weld out of right here. I can see there's a lot of dents in this thing. I'm gonna have a lot of hammering. But this particular section right here don't look too bad. I'm gonna build me a piece about this big, about 2 by 3. I think I can get a pretty nice curve into that, and that'll weld those 3 stainless steel pieces together. Then I can patch this big gap in here. So make me a little template. I'll just put a piece of stainless up in there and mark it, and then cut it out. Try to bend it to shape and weld that one in. Well, I salvaged this half of the patch, and this lump in here, I welded some coat hanger in it. It's all pretty straight, and I put a long piece from here all the way to the top. It overlaps this piece of stainless, so basically I got a solid stainless patch there. I cut that old weld off back here to good metal, so that looks pretty good. I got it in the center of the rod. Of course, got to weld this up, but got a pretty good curve across it here. Good enough to grind it down and dolly it out. I think I'm going to try to make I think it'd be better if I make one long patch here for the bottom and bring it up to here, and then make a trapezoid for that big hole. I think that'll give me my best curve I can get. Anyway, a couple more patches and I can start grinding it down. Well, bottom patch is in with the right curve. I'm getting pretty good at this, if I do say so myself. I used coat hanger here to make this strong to go into this little curve, and looks like I got a dent right in this area. I need to kind of hammer that out, make my last patch and put it in. I pretty much finished the grinding and took my flapper wheel to this. That all looks pretty nice. Now in the sun, you can see how bad this fender was in here. I should have cut it up to here somewhere, but I didn't. So I'm going to try to straighten all this in here, and maybe that'll bring this metal in, and then I can finish working on this. But I need to get this pretty straight, or at least straighter. I don't know what I'll do about that. I'll find out after I hammer it. I might have to cut another piece. Well, there's my final patch here. It looks good, but I got this out in the sun, and man, this is really chewed up in here. I got big gaps in here. don't really have a good curve in it. I don't know what to do. I'd have to cut it off way up here to get a smooth patch across there. It's just really wrinkled up and beat up. I tried hammering it out. I had some success, but not really. Apparently this thing was crushed real bad, which pulled this down and in, and then it was rusted. So I need to put another couple inches across the top there. And I've been on this little piece 3 days trying to make it real nice. Well, I don't regret that, because this is the outside and that's what you'll see. And I think I'm going to have to bondo it all up anyway. Here I could probably get away with just cleaning it up, painting it, give it kind of a rat rod look. This one I don't know about. It looks like there's a big point right in that joint. It doesn't feel like it, but it sure looks like it. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and weld the rest of this up, grind it down, and I'll have to think about that. I need to fill some pretty big holes in there, and this is all really super thin. I'm gonna go have lunch, let it percolate. I decided I'd try to weld this up. I used coat hanger, and you can see I made some awfully big beads there. I needed to, because it had so many holes. And it's going to be a lot of grinding to get that stuff down. I've probably been welding on this for an hour, moving around. I got this one welded up mostly, got a little right in here. Got a little bit more to do on this one, but this turned out real nice. I'm not worried about it at all. It'll be just fine. There's this big bad one here. I think that's good enough. I'm going to grind it down, and I'm sure I'll find some kind of pinholes in it. I'll try to patch those, but I'm gonna not go any further on that. I got about half of this ground down. I can feel a few bumps in it. And notably, I got a low spot right here, and this is high, but I can pound out quite a bit of this. I'm not sure how much it's gonna bend, but I didn't have to cut a whole piece out of there. It's still gonna have all these old wrinkles and stuff in it. The only way to really salvage that's bondo it. This one's turned out pretty good. I need a little hammer work on it, but these patches are fine. There's a little higher right here, a little lower right in here. Got a little more welding right there. Got a little bit of low spot there, high there. This patch basically has got to come out a little right in here. But that's good enough to dolly out. And this one is just a lot of work. I've got, I don't know, probably an hour in here. I'm about half done. I gotta do that one. This coat hanger grinds pretty easy. But I got some more grinding and a little bit of dolly work. There might be a few holes to weld up, but I think this is about as good as I'm going to try to get on this fender. I'll finish it up tomorrow, finish grinding in it and knock out my dents, patching the little holes, and work on all my mounting brackets and get this thing bolted on there and call it quits. I've got a little work, cracks and stuff on the other fender, but this was a big time eater. I patched some holes right here. It feels real good right across there. It's a little low right in here. I think I'll just Bondo this whole thing here. I got some fairly decent little welds in this area here. You can see how big it's got to be though. But it's all super solid now. Ain't bending, ain't going nowhere. I've got a good fat finger under the gap between the tire. I got to pull that place in. I need a little more work on the bottom of this fender. And I got to put a brace here in this round piece. That looks real good right there. Nice curve to it. Fender turned out nice if we're just looking at the curve. Even down in here into this front part, curve is nice. Much better than rusted basket case that it started out with.